and moved the manufacturing to India in, I think it was the 30s or 40s. And then in the 50s, I believe it was, just shut up shop and closed out and basically left everything in India. So the Indians just took over Royal Enfield. And so, we've got the machinery, we've got the parts, we've got the name, so they just kept building. Wow. So the Enfields that you see today are pretty much based on that 1950s Enfield that they were making when they took it over. So somewhat of
a reissue, they just keep
making them.
The moulds and keep punching them out. That's cool.
They just been making them.
It's like my Vespa down there. Like I thought that was 1967. I just found the badge and blah blah blah. Turns out, India, same deal with Vespa. India just kept punching out these things right up to 1976.
Well, the crazy thing now is that Enfield is actually one of the biggest motorcycle companies in the world, and if I'm not mistaken, have just bought Ducati.
Really?
Yeah. And
is it official? I know.
You sound mistaken. That's
no. It was going to happen, but I don't know. Has it gone through?
I believe it has.
You think of India now, like the amount of people there and the amount of bike sales, they could easily outsell a company like Fiat and Ducati in sales.
Google Tata Motor Group and have a look at what they own.
They own Jag.
Ridiculous.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, massive.
Jag.
And they own heaps of stuff too, not just cars. Like they have finance companies and buildings
Wasn't Tata Russian back in the day? Wasn't that car?
No, it was Lada.
Lada, okay.
Shit boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, very fine Lada.
Oh, mate, I can't sleep until I see one of those down at your shop.
If anyone's got a Lada, please bring it to Resin Garage.
Leyland P76 and a Lada.
Bruce Robson.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so, all right, so the Royal Enfields didn't let you down? Did anyone drop their bikes?
I didn't.
You did, Scotty?
Yeah, I pretty much almost rode off Max's bike when he gave it to me. Oh, well, we swapped. We were pretty much the last ones following the group, and I for some reason I had the fastest. Well, I reckon I had the fastest bike. Don't you reckon? Yeah. No, it was just tuned right, and the exhaust was bigger too, so it sounded like a real good thump. And Max liked it, so I said, "Oh yeah, we'll swap." And then I'm too busy watching him, jumping it down rocks because he was flying off rocks and getting there, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is sick. Just keep fucking it up." And it's not my bike; I'm not paying for it, beauty. And sure enough, I hit a rock and freak out and grab the front brake. And on that bike that I had, the front brake was non-existent. And I grabbed his one and just fucking binned it big time.
Wow, so, like a front end.
I held on to it because I didn't want it going over the edge. Cause
you were near an edge?
Well, I was near semi edge. It was nothing like that.
It was only a 100-metre drop.
Yeah.
It's like Tomlin. It's real similar.
Tomlin.
Yeah. So I didn't want it going down the bush because we had no crane or nothing to pull it up. And bent it all out. I headbutted the headset and bent the key like 90 degrees inside. With my head. Yeah, that felt good. And that was a good wake-up call. And
what sort of helmets were you wearing?
I had a full face.
Yeah, we took our own.
Yeah, we took it. You take your own. Yeah. No one really wears, mate. Like they just, wear saw people wearing hard hats, like construction hard hats, riding. But we took our own. And
you fuck nothing.
Yeah, some of them didn't have helmets on, but fucking hell, you come off there, you just bend it. I was yelling at them, going, "Put a helmet on, you kook," and shit like that. But I binned his bike and we picked it back up. I kicked some of it out. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't really break that much shit. Yeah. I just headbutted this, and then I said to Max, "I'm going to go easy." And then 10 minutes later, I was going to help myself and kept on going.
So the crew, like they were fixing your bikes, were they Indian?
Yeah. Two young fellas, like younger, like 20.
They know what they were doing. Did you want to get in there and go, mate, listen?
No, we didn't even look at our own bikes.
Okay.
Yeah. You got off it. The funniest thing is you pull up at the end of the day, you pull up to the campsite.
Because I started looking at them going, did they actually tighten those nuts?
No, they're the professionals. Okay. You pull up at the end of the day, jump off, and they'd run up to you and, "How was your ride, sir?" "Oh, it was great." "How was the bike, sir?" "No problem, mate. I had a great day on the bike. You shouldn't have to touch this thing." "No problem, sir. I will check." The next morning, you go to your bike. "By the way, I replaced your rear sprocket. I adjusted the clutch. You've got brand new brake pads. I filled it with petrol.
That's
the
good
oil's
though,
topped up. Air pressure's good. And by the way, you had a nail in your tyre." I didn't have a clue that there was anything wrong with my bike. I thought it was running sweet.
Okay, is it a big dollar deal you just did, or is it no? But
How much was it?
Just
I
over,
don't even, you
just
don't even
over.
need to say, but like
No, seriously, we should say this is like because anyone who wants an adventure and is into motorcycles, don't even hesitate. Go do this. Just over $2,000 for 12 days, plus your airfare,
no way.
and it's all inclusive.
That was US, but like
Can you do dinkies?
Yeah, you can.
You
but I
could,
would
but
never
not on those.
your life.
Seriously,
We saw people
do
doing
you
it.
want to jump on the back of a bike with those roads that you have seen that we rode?
Scotty, you
It would be hell.
need a passenger, Scotty?
Well, Slippery will take you.
Yeah, some people definitely take you.
I'm too old for slippery.
Just
I
wear
can
a
tell
school-
you.
He'll take you in.
You'd have a school outfit somewhere.
Slippery.
Oh, somewhere. It's probably got like silverfish holes in it.
Sounds like.
Yeah, Slippery would like that even more.
India's public number one enemy, Slippery. He's almost bad as that guru, I reckon. on par, eh? that guru that caused all that shit at the Punjab. But yeah, no, it was good crew, good company, good everything.
Did you see any? Okay.
here we
Question
go.
to all of you: did you see any bricklaying? Like, did you see any design?
Oh.
Did you see any?
Yeah, I saw some brickies going for it.
Yeah,
I
what
was
happened?
tempted to jump out, but I couldn't.
wanted to stop.
I wanted to stop. But we were going somewhere in like a big taxi, and we're going back to the hotel. But yeah, I wanted to get out and get a photo. Holding that trail and that. They do it a little bit different here, but they get hard and get going.
1 on 2 for life. Is that
Oh,
what it
two on one.
is? Oh, that's it. Yeah.
2 on 1, boys.
Explain it.
Yelling out. 2 bricks on 1.
What does that mean? Tell me.
So like you're stacking them up. Yeah. So you go like your 2 bricks, and then you go your stack on top.
Oh,
like
so
yeah.
it's like-
Carrying.
Yeah. No, when you're laying bricks,
Yeah.
So you don't like stack bond. You get your bond right.
Dude,
it's just
I
a
don't know what
bricky
the
saying.
fuck
It's just a
you're talking
bricky saying.
Just
Yeah,
please
I was
say-
just
no,
yelling. I was
tone
just
it
yelling
down.
random
Tell me.
shit out.
Okay.
Oh, it's just when you
You
get,
say that in Australia. 2 on 1, boys.
Yeah. Stack them up and
He's so passionate about bricks.
I love
love
it.
that
Actually,
stuff.
Scotty,
good.
how's
love
your
it.
neck, mate? Did your neck get better after the trip? Because as we were riding down the road, and there'd be stacks of bricks.
Yeah.
On there's random stacks of bricks every 100 metres or so down the side of the road, or sometimes they're stacked nicely, sometimes they're just piled up. And I've never seen anybody
Hey.
eyeball a stack of bricks.
Stopping
like
them,
Scotty can
touching them.
eyeball a
Look at
stack
those.
of bricks.
Handmade.
Yeah, handmade,
a good-looking brick.
nicely stamped bricks, nice and straight.
You think they were handmade? How
Yeah,
they
they're handmade.
Actually, yes, you
yeah,
can see 'em getting
Yeah,
made.
put down. They're like the old bricks here. The old clinker bricks here. I did a couple of shop fit outs, but mainly Melbourne and Sydney. They've got the old bricks. So.
press it all together like is
Yeah,
that right?
they press them out and they just leave them to dry and that. And like you get ones with like possum marks and shit
Wow.
where they've stepped
Okay.
across them and bird marks and that. So a lot of money here, like $6. You pay for one of them to get it up from Melbourne and Sydney, but over there they're everywhere. They're just dumped on the
It's
side
just
of the road.
what they are.
Wow.
I had a stiffy riding down the road. Just
Just
jumping on them.
bricks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck! Look at those.
Oh,
bricks.
that one's got 6 holes.
Yeah, and look at that bricklayer running in the mud. They all hand mix mud over
Do they
there
have
too.
holes in them?
No, they're solid press. So yeah, they're the old school,
Okay.
old. So yeah,
Do you clink them together? Oh,
Yeah,
listen to that.
clinker, red clinkers, baby.
Bit
I
of
was
limestone in there.
getting more of a stiffy. Yeah.
What about you, Max? You see any? I don't know. Like, do you see any designs? Just stuff.
There is design there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like good or like.
Yeah. Did you see anything that go? Ooh, I want to pinch that.
I was
Like,
like, oh, what the fuck? That's pretty much what I was thinking most of the time I was over there. But, it's a different culture. Different stuff works for different cultures. Like, if I took one of my work over there, they'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'd just look at it. Why is it so simple? Why isn't there more colour? And why isn't there like a big, Indian dude with flowing locks and beautiful eyes looking at me? Like, their billboards are just like...
Bollywood.
Yeah, their billboards
they?
are full like Bollywood shit. Like, that real soft, hazy lighting. And, like, we're all laughing at it, but it's everywhere, so it must work.
That's
so
the thing they like. Yeah.
in that sense, it's good design. It's not really what I'm into, but if it sells to them, then that's what works. I was just checking out motorbikes. The thing I frothed was like, we went to this one place in Delhi, went on a bit of an excursion, and usually they take them to, all the cultural places and everything, and we were just like, oh no, we don't really want to look at temples. So Buddy was like, okay, I'll take you to a mechanics place, like this street of motorcycle mechanics. And we found one house, and it had like entire rooms full of like one of my favourite bikes ever, like a Yamaha RD350. They're like these.
My old man had one. That's the first bike I ever knew about.
And they froth them over there. They're like if you got a Yamaha RD350, you're the king. And they like, I asked him, like, oh, how much would that cost here? And it's the same price as here. So you can just imagine how much, if it's,
Really?
Yeah. If it's
the same price?
Yeah, to get a restored one here, like...
Is that the one, yellow tank with, or orange?
Yeah, or the American import here was the orange one.
Yes.
But over there, they actually, you know how Enfield got bought off the British or whatever, they kind of did that with Yamaha too, and they built these things called Reduits, I think they're called, Reduit 350s. So I'm pretty sure... the RDs stopped getting made at like 74 or 75, and then the Indians are like, well, we like them, so they just kept making them into the 80s. Wow. So they're still over there doing their thing. So, yeah, that's what I frothed on.
Yeah, cool.
He frothed his bricks. I was frothing Yamahas. And then Bruce, what did you froth, mate?
On? Bruce, any froths coming out of you?
I went 2 weeks without a decent coffee. That's all that matters.
Really?
Shit coffee.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible. Well,
what's their culture of? Do they have any of that cafe stuff? Because Japan doesn't.
Tea.
They do drink chai tea. They love their chai tea.
Yeah, but
ginger honey tea.
The ginger and honey tea was always good. Yeah.
Yeah, but does it have the caffeine that you kind of get a bit of a?
Nah. Yeah, so I was disappointed about that, but that's all right. I had plenty of dal.
What kind of coffee is it? Instant coffee?
Yeah.
So they don't have actual coffee bean, like brewed?
Every so often you'd see a nice espresso machine and realise that it hadn't been used or cleaned for 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's power cuts every day, so we just happened to go there when there was no power.
Is that right?
So they get actually
cut it off? You only got power for this long, or it just cuts out?
Sometimes, or there'd just be work going on, or just unreliable.
So, like, just quickly, I spent some time down south after the trip, and it just kept happening. We're staying at a mate's house, and I'm like, why the hell does the power keep going out? And they're like, oh, too many people using their air conditioning, so the council just turn it off. Wow. Like, it's not like, it doesn't blow up, it doesn't short out. They're just like, oh, you've used enough for today, this area, and just turn it off. Wow. That's what they do. So
do they complain?
It's like management.
No, it's just that's just what happens.
So that's just the way they are.
Yeah, we're sitting there.
Imagine if they did that in Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're sitting there having beers, eating dinner, and then okay, sweet. Now we're using our phones for lights, and no more music, and then it comes back on an hour later. It's just what happens.
Wow. How'd you go with no Wi-Fi?
Hey Bruce, was there anyone on our trip, perhaps a doctor, that was looking for Wi-Fi to charge his phone?
Has anyone got the Wi-Fi code? Anyone got the Wi-Fi code? Is it Wi-Fi?
Is that right?
Yeah, but I'm used to that though. On tour, like with Nitro Circus, that happens everywhere you go. There's 2 questions on Nitro Circus tour. Number 1 is where's Travis? Like where's Pastrana? The second one is what's the Wi-Fi code? That's all anyone cares about. Wow.
So got to get on Tinder.
Yeah, exactly. So Dr. Dan, or Bollywood as we called him, was constantly looking for Wi-Fi. Pussy Rider. But
he's a Gold Coast guy by it.
Oh, yeah, he's going to
just someone you didn't really even know, but you grew to like him?
Stitching him up massively now.
No, we never liked him.
I liked him.
Right.
Yeah, he was a nice dude.
You've got to have someone in the group to take the piss out of him.
He was the kook of the group.
I'm joking.
Nah, here's the thing.
He went alone, I guess?
With 2 months of experience, and he made it all the way until halfway through the last day. Like, man, like that's not easy. Like, it wasn't easy riding. Like, it was by no means just a cruise through the hills. Like, it was physical and it was technical, and he did it. Yeah. So like
he'd be talking about you guys right now. That's a cool thing.
He crashed probably 20
did
times, but
something that we all want to do, and was on a tour with you guys. That'd be a pretty cool story.
He crashed that many times, and like most people, they crash once and lose their confidence, and then they just can't do it. He just kept picking his bike up and going. Like, that's full credit. If I crashed as many...
himself up like a Rambo.
Well, he's a doctor, so yeah, he's lucky he was.
But just like to come out of it alive with 2 months' experience, that's pretty amazing.
That was the crazy thing, is every time we'd stop and sort of wait for him, we'd pull up somewhere, you'd jump off the bike, you'd tell war stories, you'd have a pee in the bushes, whatever, and then stand around talking, and by the time you were sort of getting anxious and it was time to start riding, he'd just come putting around the corner every single time. It was like perfect timing. Once or twice, it was a little bit later, and so we'd just get the shits and leave him. But, that's what happens. Just ride your own way around India.
Sometimes you just ride straight past and you go, hurry up. Like, and you're like, fuck, I've been waiting here for like an hour for you. Where have you been? But yeah.
Was someone following the last rider?
Yeah, the last, Cam. So he was pretty young too. He was a young tour guy, but he just took the tail all the time. Okay. Just picked up all the stragglers and
got 2 guides, 2 mechanics, follow